Good evening, hockey fans. We are just about ready to get underway. Zamboni's just finishing up. We got the band here. We should have a great game this evening. All right, we got cheerleaders on the penalty box waiting to come out. And let's see, we can zoom in on that one a bit. And this one is bench cam. Game time here is 6 o'clock. The referees are just coming onto the ice. So the Jacks now are 14-4-1. No, excuse me. 15-4, I think it is. The Spuds are 10-7-2 on the year. Their power play is running at 24%, penalty kills at 74%. Yeah, Jacks are 15-4. Their power play is running at 33%, penalty kills at 90%. So Jack's really having a great year. Congratulations, I know, to Bailey Roop and her whole family and all of USA Hockey for winning the gold at the USA Under-18 tournament. Way to go, Bailey. And here comes Scott coming back. And here come the Jacks taking the ice. Oh. Anything from Corey yet? Nothing.
Yeah, no, they're not going to make it.
Oh, bummer. So sounds like the Roop family is going to be watching or listening to the broadcast.
Can you hear me?
I sure can. You got me?
Can you hear me?
I can.
Can't hear you.
You can't hear me? No. I can hear. Can you?
No.
I'm good. Are you good? Yep, I can hear you.
No, I hear you fine.
All right.
Okay, yeah, that was just a little, put that little deal under there.
Just that little deal.
Just that little
I'm getting a third headset Wednesday, so hopefully for Thursday I'm going to get these new connectors. We should be good to go. All right, here come the Spuds.
We're ready to go. They just came on the ice.
Yeah.
Skating around like
They must be nervous.
we play pond hockey. They look a little disorganized. Maybe they'll play that way.
Yeah. I have a feeling they'll get it together here a little bit.
Did you go over anything?
Just a little bit on the power plays and penalty kills. I thought I'd wait for you. So we're going to get the introductions here for the Spuds. Did say you got on there that their record's 10-7-2. Ours is 15-4. What do we know about some of the equal opponents?
Well, their number one scorer right now is Anna Bjorkman. Anna's number 4. She's a junior. She's got 36 points. She's 12 goals, 24 assists. Followed closely by Shea Benson, who's 19 and 16 for 35. Shea also has 38 penalty minutes. She's big. She's aggressive.
What number is she?
Shea is number 2.
So 4 and 2.
Yep.
Are they both D players?
No, they're both forward.
Okay.
And then another forward, Kinsley Summers. She's a 9th grader. She's got 29 points. 9.
Here comes the bucket.
9 and.
So Lauer in net here for the Jacks. Just got to do me a favor, slide that battery down so she can get in here to. Oh, she's going the long way. So Connaught and Bossing on defense to start.
Lily's got a 1.64 goals against average. Save percentage
amazing.
right now is .931.
It's like Johnson, one wing.
Naomi's got 28 points right now. Naomi's got 12 goals, 16 assists.
Baki on the other.
Good for number 3 on the team.
Yep. And Berg at center.
Berg's got 9 goals, 17 assists for 26 points. Millie is at 15 goals, 21 assists for 36 points. So Millie's gotten some good points. Where'd she go?
All the way up to the broadcast booth.
Here we go. we
didn't tell her not the real broadcast booth, but this one.
We had an accident. Doug spilled his hot chocolate all over, so it's time to clean it up.
Yeah. Thank you. All right, your camera's live there, Scott.
So the Jacks are missing Bailey Roop, and Molly McLean is still out with an injury. Hopefully that'll be taken care of soon. I got a message back from Corey. Corey said that Air Canada isn't very dependable, so they're not here yet. They were supposed to be here last night.
Are they still all the way up at Cape Breton or whatever?
I don't know where they are. They could
Wow.
be. They could be. Yeah, I don't know.
Do me a favor, just
Hate to say it, but I think things aren't going very well up in Canada if you can't depend on your airline very well.
Yeah, right.
Just kind of.
Well, they should become the 51st state, but I'm not going to get into that discussion.
No, but.
So we're about ready to play some hockey here without the gold medalist. Bailey, Corey, I hope you guys are able to at least watch the broadcast here. We're getting ready to play some hockey. Lauer in the net. Ref looks at her. That is a good-sized goalie for the Spuds.
21 is Haley Milquist. Haley's right up there with scoring, too.
Puck is down.
She's a pretty big gal.
We're underway here. It's going to be controlled by the Spuds, but that goes up ice. Knott throws it up into the neutral zone. Spuds have to retreat. Try to get it up past Baki. Lossing and Knott on defense. Shot off the side of the net. And they score to start early here. Looks like Lauer had to go off the side of the net. She pushed off. The puck was still loose and ended up going in the net.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. That was a quick start, though, by Moorhead.
All right, so they get the jump on us. Let me get this right. So Jacks, 21 seconds in, go down by 1. Puck is kept in there by Berg. Baki and Johnson looking to Pesser. Lossing tries to keep it in the offensive zone. And now it comes out to center. Can I borrow that when you're done?
Yeah, number 30's in the net. That's Jacobson. She's 5-3 on the year, 2.43 goals against, and an .866 save percentage.
Face-off just outside the Moorhead zone here. Moorhead comes in 2-on-2, this time on Bierke and Swanberg. Now this one comes out to Malkowski. Malkowski pulls up. She throws it cross ice over to Bierke, and Bierke's going to wrap it in deep. So the Jacks hopefully get that out of their system. This one comes out to Swanberg. She throws it towards the net, tipped, played to the back wall by the Spud goalie. Back out to Swanberg again. Jacks are now going to go off on a change. And this one's going to come out to Bierke, but it's going to go all the way back into the Jack zone here. This one played by Berg. Berg's going to throw it in deep to Johnson. And here come the Spuds through center again. That gets tipped off their stick where Knott's going to play it up high off the glass. High sticking's waved off. The Spuds are going to throw it in deep. Pick it up behind the net. And Lauer right out front. Shot goes wide. So again, unable to get it covered up. A little miscommunication early. And here comes her regular Berg. She gets it knocked off her stick. Spuds come the other way. Spuds to keep it in the offensive zone here. Griner tries to play it up the wall. And that's going to get, I think it's Griner for tripping. So Griner's going for tripping. Scott, not exactly what the Jacks were looking for here.
No, I really hate being shorthanded for this game, too. I'm sure everybody else does, too. It's a pretty important game that...
Face-off controlled by the Spuds here.
This is a really a seeding game for section playoffs.
Spuds trying to drive low out to the point. Now to the far wall, back to the point. Shot, that one goes wide to Lauer. And played up the wall. Kept in by the Spuds. Nice play by the D there. Now to the point. Spuds driving from the dot. That one's tipped by Bierke. So Baki, Berg, Bierke, and Knott are your killers. This one stolen by Baki. She's going to go off on a change. Berg in there all alone. Still driving, trying to center, looking for Johnson. And now the Spuds come the other way. Johnson hot off the bench. Spuds go back to the point. 51 left in the penalty. This one's picked up by Connaught. She's one-on-one, but got 3 chasing. Connaught shoots right in the breadbasket of the Moorhead goalie, and she says, give me a whistle.
Yeah, 19/Millie there. I don't know. Could have been a call on that.
All right. 40 seconds left in the penalty to Griner. Looks like your killers now are Malkowski, Johnson at center, Bierke, and Swanberg. Malkowski with a false start. So they're going to make Malkowski take the draw now. Back, she wins it back to Bierke. Bierke's going to throw it to the wall. Picked up by Johnson. She reverses. And up ice, going to come to Bierke.
Still have 30,
rip it back.
27 seconds left in the penalty kill.
Malkowski in on the chase. Now George and Malkowski are your killers, along with Bierke and Swanberg. This one's going to be picked up by Swanberg. She's got 5 seconds left in the penalty. Throws it cross ice over to George. Jack's back to full strength here. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Griner's out of the box. George now is going to pick it up, and she's going to ice it. Arms are up, and we're going to get a quick whistle. So things settling down here a little bit after the first goal, 21 seconds in by the Spuds.
Yeah, it looks like they moved number 2, Shea Benson. She's typically normally a forward. She's back on defense, playing with Lucy Wilson. Lucy's going to River Falls next year.
Right out front, shot and a goal by that exact number 2. Not much Lauer can do about that one. What a rip, and the Spuds go up 2-0. And now we got some work to do. So top line for the Spuds gets a second goal. This one comes back to Connaught. Note to self, Jacks need to keep their composure here.
Yep. 11:30 left in the first period. It's 2-0 Spuds.
This one comes out to Baki. Wasn't able to corral it.
That was a check.
And we're going to get a power play here as Connaught's interfered with. Shot and a block, and that's going to get the whistle.
That's going on Caitlin Shirley, number 14. That was a hip check.
Can't do that in girls hockey.
No.
So penalty here to the Spuds.
Caitlin's a junior. You know, this team is made up of a lot of Fargo girls and there's 2 Fergus girls that came in this year playing here for the Spuds.
This one comes back to Johnson. And now the Jacks are going to have to come out to center and go 200 feet. This one comes around to Connaught. Connaught tries to get it up to Griner. So Berg, Johnson, Connaught, Griner, and Baki are your power play specialists here. Although Lossing now comes out. This one comes back to Connaught. Connaught throws it into the corner for Baki. Baki gets pinned up against the wall. Griner in there to try and help out. That one's kept in nicely by Connaught. She's looking for Lossing. Lossing down low. Back to Connaught. Shot. Griner trying to tip it out front. The Spuds throw it all the way up ice. Played by Lauer. Stolen away by the Spuds. They throw it back to the point. That one hit the ref. And now the Spuds are going to gather it up at center. 40 seconds to go here in the power play. Spuds take it away at the dot, make a quick move. Lauer plays it to the end wall. And Berg's going to pick it up. She does the smart thing, slows it down a little. Swangberg has Malkowski. That gets tipped off her stick. And the Spuds are going to throw it up ice again to Bierke. Bierke's got some room. 4 seconds left in the Spud penalty. Shot, flipper saved by the Spud goalie.
That was a really nice shot by Taylor Bierke there.
Played by Lauer, and she'll put the mid on it and say, give me a whistle.
Kept it low. The goalie kicked it out. Nice for a little rebound there, but nobody in.
Five-on-five hockey here. Plays into the far corner. All right, face-off going to be to the right of Lauer. Spuds win the draw here. They're going to pick it up in the far corner. Lossing chasing. Berg picks it up. She's going to get her over to Johnson. And we're going to see the Spuds get called for another checking penalty.
Was that 4 or 17?
I think it was 17.
They're taking, it's like they're going to take
4.
4.
Yep.
Anna's going.
So 4 for a check.
That's their leading scorer right there.
Well, a couple minutes in the box will do her good. So face off to the left of the Spud goalie. Berg, Greiner, Bakke, Knott, Johnson are your power play. And this one's going to come all the way up ice. Played by Lauer. Lauer almost throws it up to a Spud. You never want to throw up mashed potatoes. That's never good. Bakke, she's now going to throw it back behind her own net. Berg will be the first one there. And now cross ice again. Berg is going to try and gain the offensive zone. Loses it. Played by the Spuds, and they're going to throw it up ice.
Yeah, we're struggling a little bit. This kind of reminds me a little bit of the Hill Murray game where we're just a little bit off. Everyone's...
Knott driving. Hopefully she's not off. Shoots. Goalie got the pad on it. Knott down low, keeps it in. Berg now has it. She dishes it off to Knott, top of the circle. Knott makes a quick move. She loses the handle. And Spuds are going to throw it all the way up. This will be Berg to go back and get it. Left to her by Lauer. Stolen away by the Spuds. Still shorthanded for another 44. Now they're just burning clock. Jack's changing. And that one gets tipped up onto the Jack bench. Face off just in front of the Jack's bench here. This one to Malkowski. She's going to spin and let everybody catch up. Bierke now has it. She's going to throw it in deep. Lossing will be the first one there. Lossing over to Bakke. Out to Bierke. Shot, saved by the goalie, and she locks it down, says, give me a whistle. Nice save by the Spud goalie. This is George on the draw. Lossing and Bierke on defense. Malkowski. Swangberg on the power play at the net. This one back to Malkowski. Thrown down by Bierke out front, and Swangberg just couldn't get the handle on it. Spuds are back at full strength. And this one's played by Lauer. She shoves it over to Bierke. Now picked up by George, 2-on-2 with Lossing. George will throw it in deep. Those two go off for a change. Played up ice by Connaught. This will be Swangberg to play it. Swangberg feeding Connaught or Johnson out front.
Yeah, Berg was tied up there. She couldn't get her stick down.
This one goes over to Johnson, who tries the backhand shovel. That didn't get anywhere. Bakke to play it now. Goes behind the net for Swangberg. Played by the Spuds. They go back to the point. Cross ice. Big one-timer. Tipped and a goal. Nothing Lossing can do about that. Wonderful tip out front. And that puts the Spuds up 3, Rip.
Yeah, Lily, that was a redirection, and it just caught the corner. Spuds are getting all the puck luck right now, and Bemidji, unfortunately, the passing's off, the timing's off. They're just not the same team right now.
So back to center ice we go.
I think the girls expected Bailey to be here, and they're a little, it's affected them a little bit.
Possible. Don't feel too bad, though, Bailey. We're going to make it. Get home safe.
Well, they can only do what they can do, and that's
the
way it is.
Control it here. Connaught trying to gain the zone, getting hooked all the way up. That's offsides and called such by the refs.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like to me, just looking at the program and the Spuds roster, they have all their girls. They're firing on all cylinders right now.
Sure.
We're, he's putting lines together in defensive pairs that he normally wouldn't put together, and so it's just making excuses here.
Yep. And sometimes just somebody, the other team's playing well here. They're not missing much. Spuds keeping the offensive zone. That one's tipped high up. Goes to the back wall. Griner in the corner. And that comes back to the point. Spuds throw it back in deep. That's Connaught trying to get it up ice to George. That didn't work, and now Connaught's going to spend 2 in the box. That could be retaliatory there.
Oh, and Bjorkman's going to go now, too.
You think? I don't know if he's going to call it.
I hope he does.
I don't think he is. I think that's Connaught headed to the box, so the Jacks are going to go shorthanded. So Connaught, I think it's for checking.
Yeah, they should have called retaliation on number.
Well, they're talking about it.
Yep.
Cross check on Connaught, and that's it. That's the only one they're calling. So it looks like Berg, Johnson, Bierke, and Griner out there. No, Bakke, Griner, Berg, and Bierke. Bakke, Griner, Berg, Bierke. Spuds coming with some speed. Lots of speed, trying to drive the net. Now they go out to the point, cross ice, down low, tried for the shot pass, and Bierke's going to throw that one up ice. Spuds being chased by a Grinder. Gonna grind up the Spuds, right?
Yeah.
Now they come through with some speed, trying to get around Bierke. Spuds go back to the D, and that's going to come all the way out to the neutral zone. Make Scott move the camera again. Cross ice. Berg trying to steal. Back to the point. Spuds go cross ice. Back top of the circle. Wow. I got the perfect angle on that, and I didn't see the puck, but Lauer got it.
Lauer did. She looked like she was screened on that shot, too, so it's a really good save.
So face-off going to come to the right of Lauer.
Yeah, Spuds are looking pretty sharp right now.
So Jack's getting thrown out of the face-off again. Actually, both players, or both teams. So this is going to be controlled by Bierke.
Oh, that was a flat
call
out.
That interference, or what are you going to call?
That was a check. She went right at her. I bet you they call a cross-check on that. That was 16, Lydia Johnson.
So with 43 seconds and the penalty to Connaught left, Spuds get a penalty.
16, Lydia Johnson is a former Otter.
Oh.
She's from Fergus Falls. She and number 6, Maggie Greeneagle, came up, decided to switch squads. Switch squads. The two of them left the Otters.
Face off to the left of the Spuds goalie here. So 4-on-4 hockey for 40 seconds. Then the Jacks will get about 1:20 on the power play. See if that can spur on some action here for the Jacks. Jacks switching up the D. Here come the Spuds 2-on-2. Shot, saved by Lauer right in the old breadbasket. And we'll get a face-off to the right of Lauer. Face-off to the left of Lauer. So Bierke, Bakke, Johnson, and Berg, I think. Goes back to Bierke. She's going to wrap it around with 14 seconds left.
So Corey said a storm in Sydney messed up all the flights yesterday. They just landed in Winnipeg. So they're in Winnipeg now.
Well,
but
glad they're in Winnipeg safe.
Winnipeg's 4 hours from Bemidji.
Yeah, that's not going to do us anything.
No.
Well. So Connaught's out of the box. Power play here for the Jacks. And that's going to get Bierke into the box, and we're going to be 4-on-4 again. So the Spuds, we're going to have 57 seconds of 4-on-4. Then the Spuds are now going to get a minute power play. So that's 2 minutes on Bierke, I think, for a check.
Cross-check.
Cross-check for Bierke.
You know. Yeah, things aren't looking too good for the Jacks right now. We need to get out of this period, get in the locker room, and
get some
reorganize.
Settle down here a little bit.
Yep.
So 4-on-4 hockey. Griner, Bakke, Connaught, and Berg. Back to the point. Shot. That one goes wide of Lauer. Shallow angle, cross ice. Picked off by regular Berg. She's got Griner on her left. And gets her pocket picked. Berg sends it over to Connaught. Just slides out of the zone. Connaught's going to try driving the net. And had to give it up as she was offsides. Three seconds left in the penalty to the Spuds. Connaught now shorthanded on the backhand, throws it towards the net. And the Spud goalie says, give me a whistle. 52.7 to go here. Griner on the draw. Out there with Baki on the penalty kill with Berg and Knott. Stretch pass by the Spuds. 3-on-1 against Knott. They take the shot and whiff on it. Lauer smothers it and says, give me a whistle. So Johnson comes out. Baki goes off. Swangberg out. Swangberg gives the girl a little crunch and munch. Shot saved by Lauer. And the puck's going to come out to the neutral zone, make the Spuds regroup. 30 seconds left in the power play for the Spuds. Nice job jamming that up was Griner. Backhand lob wedge for Johnson.
Right to herself. That was awesome.
Yeah. I thought only Tiger Woods could do that. Johnson in on the forecheck, 1-on-2. Now the Spuds come away with it with their own backhand shovel, but it goes to Knott. Knott throws it towards the net, played to the wall. 6 seconds left in the penalty, and that's going to end the first period. So the Jacks come out a little flat. Spuds didn't. They came out, got one early, and then poured on a couple more to make it 3-0. 6 seconds left in the penalty for the Jacks. It'll be short the first 6 seconds. But for now, we're going to get this intermission. Hopefully the Jacks can get settled down. And we'll be back at you. Time to go get those snacks and beverages or airport food if you're stuck up in Winnipeg. We'll be back at you, everybody. All right, hockey fans, we're back at you. The Zambonis off the ice. We're looking forward to the second period. And I know the Jacks need to come out with some energy, Scott, and see if they can't get the next one and get us back in this thing.
Yeah, Moorhead looks pretty good. They're playing 2 lines. They're playing 2 sets of D right now. They've got a lot of girls on the bench that haven't seen any ice time. So they want to win this game.
Yeah.
We have a short bench. We're also playing short. I mean, both Megan and Millie played quite a few minutes in that first period. They're getting tired. I can see it already in the first period. So they're just going to have to dig down deep.
Well, and I think, it wouldn't hurt to put it out there that we need to pass a little more. Some of the girls maybe are trying a little too hard to do it all, and might not hurt to pass the puck a little bit more.
Yeah, I'd like to see that too. Us old guys, when we play, that's all we do is pass the puck.
Yeah. Well, you can pass it faster than you can skate it at your age.
That's right. We realize that.
Yeah. It's always good to see the cheerleaders out there.
They can actually skate. There are some really good.
Talking about the cheerleaders or the Spuds?
Cheerleaders.
Because, figure skaters, boy, you got to appreciate their edge work. Powerful and smooth. All right. We've swapped ends. The Jacks are now going right to left on your TV. Spuds the other way, left to right. Cheerleaders are clearing off. Ref is ready at center. He's checking with both goalies. He gets their nods. So Jack shorthanded for 6 more seconds. So Johnson, Knott, Berg, Baki are your killers to start. Spuds win it. Knott's going to circle back. She's going to wrap it around. Picked up by Baki. She throws it out to neutral zone. Jacks are back at full strength. Lossing's back on the ice. Oh, a double steal.
2 of us overskated the puck there. That was a really good opportunity.
It was. And too bad the band's out the door after the first intermission. This is Johnson with it. She throws it up ice. Baki in on the chase. They wrap it around the far wall. Knott and Lossing on defense. Here come the Spuds with some speed. Lossing drives her wide. And now the Spuds pick it up behind the net, where Berg's going to pick it up. Berg, Johnson, tries to throw it up ice. And that's going to be icing on the Jacks. So the Jacks going to switch them up here. Face off to the right of Lauer. This is George on the draw. Bierke now has it. She's going to ring it around to Greiner. Spuds take the shot, but goes way wide. Malkowski tries to be the first one there. Now Bierke has it. Bierke brings it behind her, but nobody home except a Spud. Lauer plays it to the back wall. Now this one comes out to Malkowski, 1-on-2. Gets pulled down from behind, no call.
She was looking for it.
And this one, Swanberg's got to get there.
Uh-oh.
Pass out front, quick move, shot, save, Lauer. Needed that one. And the Jacks are ringing around the board. Spuds will keep it in. They're trying to drive down low. Come out from behind the net. Right out front in the slot. And puck gets played into the corner. Now picked up by Swanberg.
Yeah,
and that one's going to come out and be icy.
The Spuds are still really hungry, and we're just kind of standing around right now.
Face-off going to come to the left of Lauer, who has made a couple of fantastic saves here to start the second. We're 2 minutes 15 in here. This is Berg on the draw. She wins it back to herself, plays it around to Knott. Knott up off the wall to Johnson, who just lost the handle, comes out to center. Berg coming in on the backhand, tries to get it over to Baki. Couldn't quite get the handle on it. Berg from behind. That's I was going to call that incidental, but the ref doesn't agree.
No,
Berg's going to go off for a couple.
That's going to be a hooking. Also get to rest for 2 minutes.
Ref's going to call it holding. Whoa, it's on the Spuds. I thought they were calling it on Berg.
Oh, I did too.
So 2 minutes on the Spuds for a hold.
Oh,
And that's going to put the Jacks on the power play.
oh, I thought for sure that was Megan.
Yeah.
That looked like Megan.
So
took her down.
did the coach of the Spuds.
Yeah, he's going, what the heck?
Well, you know, Berg might have been getting held before she did the old takedown move. As you can see, the ref is demonstrating over there just in the top right here.
No, man.
He kind of demonstrated what Berg did when she came back.
Yeah, coach, that's what I saw, and that's what I called.
Yeah, that's what he's got to say from his angle. So Jack's on the power play here. Berg on the draw. Berg going behind the net.
She's getting hooked and hacked and slashed.
Back to Knott. Berg gets interfered with, no call yet. Back to Knott. Over to Berg, bury and make him pay. Shot gets blocked out front. Now Johnson behind the net.
I thought she was going to try to stuff a truck.
Johnson,
Oh.
just loses the handle. Johnson dishes back to Knott. Knott hits Johnson in stride, but she lost the handle. Now throws it up to Berg. We're going to regroup here. Berg getting caught from behind. Throws it over to Dino. Dino, shot. That one comes to the near wall. Berg's going to keep it in, but now has to regroup here. Back to Knott. Knott dishes over to Baki. Baki stretched out to, and that's going to get the Jacks up too. And Berg's going to regroup. I think you're better off here giving it to him and getting the 5-on-3. So tripping's going to be the call. That's going to put another Spud in the box.
Why'd the whistle blow?
I don't know. Unless it was close to offsides over there.
I didn't see offside. They're going to call it down in the corner here. So it wasn't offside.
So 2 in the box.
That's really strange that they blew the whistle. We had possession of the puck.
So Johnson out. Baki, Berg, Greiner, Knott, and Johnson. And this one's going to go all the way up ice. It's going to be played by Lauer. She leaves it for Johnson. Knott. Knott, she gains the offensive zone in the 5-on-3. She gets a little crunch and munch.
That's their penalty leader right there, number 2, Shea Benson.
Baki from behind the net. Boy, for a 5-on-3, they're being pretty aggressive.
Yeah. Well, they can. They're good.
That one out to Greiner. Greiner throws the backhand. That one goes off the back wall. And the Spuds throw it off Greiner. And now they should be able to settle it down here. Spuds now down one person. Shot and a goal! Power play goal for Berg. And the Jacks get one back. Berg throws it up high over the blocker.
That's going to be assists, it looks like, from Greiner and Knott.
So on the power play, the Jacks finally throw one into the twine. Boy, that might be just what the doctor ordered there, Scott. Give them a little pep in their step.
I think so.
Face off here at center. George on the draw. Greiner, Malkowski, Bierke, and Swangberg are your fivesome. Back to 5-on-5 hockey here. Spuds gain the offensive zone. Shot, that one goes wide of Lauer. So Berg from Connaught and Griner's your official scoring. Malkowski tries to get it up ice. That got denied by a Spud. And Jacks throw it up ice. Whistles, their arms are up. Whistles are in the mouth, and we get icing on the Jacks. So Berg from Connaught and Griner. And the Jacks have made it 3-1 here. 11:37 to go in the second. Let's hope this gives them the energy they need. Berg on the draw. Spuds win it. They go back to the point. Gathered up behind the net. Chipped to the back wall by Berg. And now out to Baki, who throws it up. Gets caught by the point. Spuds keep it in. Throw it towards the net. Tipped out front. And now just out to center. And the Spuds throw it up off the wall. Nice back check there by Berg.
Yeah, she's really working hard today. Not that
Swangberg goes down, or is that regular Berg?
that's regular Berg.
Johnson drives in deep. Kept in by Swangberg. Back to Swangberg. Throws it back towards the net. That goes off a shin pad. George tips it off his stick to the wall. Picked up by Baki. Baki's got Johnson. Lost the handle. That one gets thrown off the wall.
Just kind of chipping the puck around. The girls are like they were pretty
Kept
tired
in by
at
Swangberg.
end of their shift.
And the Spuds will throw it up ice. That should be corralled by Connaught. Waved off.
Yeah, she could
Called
have
it.
had
She should have played it. And that's going to put the Spuds in the box again. Should be 2. So we're getting a call on the Spuds for an elbow.
Yeah, they should take 2 here. Let's see what
We had the double tackle thing going on here, but the Jacks are going back on the power play.
Moorhead is aggressive, and they're playing very aggressively. I hear.
For an elbow.
I think they have the advantage on the penalties right now.
Face-off coming to the right of the Spud goalie. And win the draw, and that one comes all the way back out to center. Johnson's got to fetch it. Johnson going to try and come around with some speed. Johnson's going to try and get around everybody. Loses the handle. Stolen away by the Spuds.
Now Berg's going to go.
And now we're going in the box. So that's going to even it up 4-on-4 again for a trip. The refs are getting a lot of airtime today.
Well,
the old ref cam.
They're not. They missed a couple of them, but they're still calling a
So
lot.
Berg, 2 minutes for the trip. And we're going to get 138 of 4-on-4 hockey here. Face-off controlled by the Spuds. They go D to D. So Lossing, Baki, Griner, and George are your killers. Going against the top line here of the Spuds. Spuds back to the point, 4-on-4. That one's blocked by Griner with authority. Bounced off her. Connaught getting ahead of steam, going 3-on-2 if they hurry up. Still 4-on-4 shot. That goes wide of the goalie. Baki will be the first one there. And the Spuds are going to corral it up. 49 to go on the 4-on-4. That was close.
Nah, that was offside. She passed back. But it wasn't by much.
All right, face off just outside the Jack zone here. Won by the Spuds. They go cross ice.
Are you doing shots today or not?
No. We need a shot clock here, don't we?
We do.
Bierke driving the net, shot.
Another shot.
Saved by the goalie.
Another one on net. She got it.
Spuds trying 1-on-4 here. Driving. Now it goes behind the net. Bierke throws it off the wall to George. George gets it up to Johnson. 6 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Spuds are back to full strength. Swangberg behind her own net, so Jacks are shorthanded.
They have 5 fresh players on the ice.
They gain the offensive zone. One of their top scorers here, number 2, looking for somebody to pass to. Right out front on the one-timer that just missed by a foot. Now down low. Shot, another one that just missed by a foot. Jacks are back to full strength, trying to stretch out the Berg. Oh, and just missed it. The saucer pass just didn't land soon enough. Berg had a hard time getting a hold of it, and we're going to get icing on the Jacks. Nice stretch play attempt.
It was a good try.
Refs are talking to the
Kraft
Spud goalie or Spud coaches again.
Yeah, Crafty's got something to say.
So Connaught tries to feed Coe. Icing was waved off. Tip back out to Connaught. Connaught makes a quick move. Gets it into the offensive zone again. Now she's looking to get back on defense. Physical game today by Berg. Connaught is going to throw it around to Malkowski. Picked off by the Spuds. They're going to wrap it back in deep, or Connaught will go get it. Now Berg has it. Tries to stretch it out. Intercepted by the Spuds, so Malkowski couldn't get to it. Now Connaught, 1-on-3 to go. Toe drag. She gets it in deep.
Somebody's got to stay back. Nobody's staying back. There we go.
And this will be picked up by Greiner. Greiner's going to throw it up ice. That one's going to go on net, saved by the goalie. Wongberg hot off the bench. Connaught throws it up to George. George blows a tire.
I think they're going to call
icing.
I don't know. The referee raised his arm, but I guess not. It looked like
wishful thinking.
It looked like Matty George was tripped.
George on the draw. This one, Bierke's got it up to Wongberg, gets through her wickets. Spuds are going to pick it up in the near corner. Now behind the net. Now to the point. D to D, top of the circle. Low, down low, looking for the back door.
Yeah, we're all fixated on the puck and didn't check the back door.
George lost the handle. George and Wongberg steal. They get it to the back wall. George just is around for Wongberg. Wongberg looking for somebody to pass to. That didn't work. And now Bierke will be the first one there. She throws it up off the wall. Goes into the ref's wickets. Spuds throw it back inside their own zone. Now they come through center. Pull up, go back to the blue line, cross ice. Now down to the hash marks. Well, Longberg with a nice body move there. Wait, that was Johnson. And now Johnson's going to get no call. And that one bounces up, goes into the breadbasket of the goalie. And then she drops it, intercepted by Swanberg. And that's Swanberg getting a little physical. She throws it up ice. That's a Twizzler. And that curves in on the goalie, and she says, give me a whistle. Boy, they could have called that one back there.
They could have called that one over there. They could have called that one there. I think they got tired of calling penalties.
Right. Ran out of whistle juice.
Remember, Doug, we have a better view up here than the officials do.
That's true. Baki takes it. She gives it over to Johnson. And here come the Spuds, saved by Lauer. Haven't had to say that one in a while.
No, that was a good backhand. That was
right out in the slot, tipped out front, saved Lauer.
That was another deflection.
Here comes Connaught. Connaught going around the other way. Good at the line. Shot. Blocker save. Oh, and it bounced over Dino's stick. Now it goes down low.
That's about the fourth or fifth in the last two games. She's there.
Set it up front. George got the shot off. Oh, what an opportunity. George gets down low, gets the shot off, throws her arms up in the air. She knew.
She knows.
Great chance, but she got it quite a bit on it.
Yeah.
Good try by that line. So face off to the left of the Spud goalie. George, Greiner, Malkowski. Malkowski tries to get it back to the point. Kept in by Bierke. She tries to get it in deep, but the Spuds pick it up. Back to Bierke. Played by Lauer. Little miscommunication again. Now a whiff by the Spuds. Swangberg stops the girl behind the net. She's going to pick it up. Trying to get it up ice, getting handcuffed. Now George with it. Spuds pick it up at the hash marks. Nice spinorama by the Deuce for the Spuds. Greiner going to get there first. She tips it out of the zone. And the Spuds throw it back into the offensive zone. Bierke's going to pick it up. Whiffed on the pass. Spuds pick it up at the hash mark. Right out front. That got denied. And that one high up and out of play.
Ooh, that was a good thing because I think we were getting a little tired there.
Jack's going to change him up.
And Moorhead had a little momentum going.
Regularberg having a little conversation with Lauer. Face off to the right of Lauer. Regularberg on the draw. She throws it back to Connaught. Lossing throws it back to Connaught. Stretch pass for Regularberg, who coughs it up for Baki. Baki gets it in deep. 2:41 to go here in the second. Jacks would love to get one more.
Now we got another penalty.
And we're going to get a trip.
Megan.
So Berg into the box for a trip.
Well, let's just see here.
I don't know that was the late period plan here. So coach is asking the question. 2 minutes on 2 for the trip. Face-off going to come to the right of Lauer. Jacks need one more, so Bierke comes out.
Yeah, our bench is really short, and these girls are double shifting now.
And power, lots of special teams.
Yeah. That really
saved by Lauer on the one-timer. Now back to the point. Top the point, now back to the near wall. Cross ice, top of the circle, shot. That one's blocked by Connaught, and up ice it goes. Played by the Spud goalie.
She's out there quite a ways.
Yeah, she was out there in no man's land. Spuds are going to force the play up the far wall. Now they come through center. And icing's the call on the Spuds. That's not what they were looking for. Face-off coming to the right of the Spud goalie here. Spuds coming through center. 2-on-2. Now looking to set up the power play. Top of the point here. Shot low, looking for the tip.
They do like to tip the puck, don't they?
They do, and it's worked already once today. Cannot go pick it up behind the end wall here. Behind her net. 49 to go in the penalty to Berg.
Taylor left.
Yeah. Shot goes off the side of the net. Now out to the point. D to D. To the near wall at the hash mark. Back to the slot. Shot. Save Lauer. She had the view of it. So Johnson coming out, switching out with Bakke. So Bierke, Cannot, Greiner, and Johnson. Greiner on the draw. And that one. Johnson, if she's got anything left in the tank, fighting. Oh, not too many get away with that. 3-on-2 for the Spuds. Looking to center, out to the top of the circle. Shot, that one goes off Greiner. 7 seconds left in the penalty to Berg. Spuds come out to center. That's offsides just as Berg comes out of the box. So back to 5-on-5 hockey in the
killed another one
late in the period. So 33.8 to go here.
Do they have a power play goal? They have one, don't they?
Yes.
They have one.
Berg on the draw. Back to Bierke. She's finding a little green space. Hits regular Berg. It's on the slot. Shoots. That goes wide right by a few feet. Bakke gives it back to Swanberg, who shoots. 17 to go. Shot. Oh, what a save by the Spud goalie. Bierke shoots. Spud goalie makes the save. Back to Bierke again. That one's going to come all the way through center, and that's going to wrap up the second period here with 1 second to go. So Jacks came out way better than they did in the first. They get one back to make it 3-1, and we're going to get an intermission here with 17 minutes to go in the third. Hang tight, everybody. We're trying to come back on this one.
Yeah, that was a good period.
They
little
did.
Momentum. They just need to continue it in the third period and score a couple of goals here.
2 to tie. Most dangerous lead. Okay, everybody, we're going to put you on mute here, let them do the ice, and we'll be back at you in about 15 minutes. All right, everybody, the Zamboni has finished up this intermission, so we're going to get a quick chat here going with Quinn, who I want to give a shout out to Robert and Vicky out in Tasmania. So, Quinn, go ahead and say hi to your folks.
Hi, Mom and Robert.
We're here watching at the BCA up here in Bemidji, where it is right now probably like 12 below zero with a 30 below wind chill. So I'm guessing in Tasmania it's probably 85 and sunny would be my guess.
Yeah, a heck of a lot warmer than here, that's for sure.
So right now we're struggling a bit, so maybe we can get some luck flowing our way and some mojo all the way from Tasmania. So you guys are the first international customers or people watching the broadcast. So thanks for watching. We super appreciate it. What do you want to say to them?
I just want to say thank you for supporting these kids up here in Bemidji. It's really great having you watch all the time. I know LMA really appreciates it and her teammates. And it's really special. I know it's fun for you guys, and it makes it more fun to know that people can watch it even when they're not at the rink. And
we're going to make that a shout out to all the grandmas and grandpas that are watching. So shout out to everybody as you like and subscribe and do all that stuff. But we get somewheres of around 800 people watching this broadcast.
I know.
So
and the
it
kids
is for
love
all
it,
the
so
grandmas
keep watching.
and grandpas. Exactly.
And thanks, guys, for doing this.
You're very welcome.
Yeah. We can be wherever we want to be in the world, and we can still see our kids. So
Isn't that amazing? All the way from FaceTime, and the Jetsons are coming alive, and Star Trek, how we can do so much with technology and everything across the world. So shout out Robert and Vicky all the way from Tasmania. Thanks for watching the Jacks.
Love you guys. Bye.
Thanks, Quinn. All right, Scott's going to be back in here in a minute. Good job. The Jacks need a couple of lucky goals here to get us back into this one. Yep. So Robert and Vicky sending the good luck our way. Nice to meet you, Quinn. All right, the ref is ready. Puck's down. Face-off controlled by the Jacks. They gain the offensive zone. Now it comes out to center, where Lossing's going to throw it over to Connaught. Connaught back for Lossing. And then Jacks rode up top of the circle. Shot played by Lauer to the corner.
So did you talk to Robert and
Robert
Vicky?
and Vicky, and then Quinn even got to sail out. We put her on for a couple of minutes there.
Nice.
Yeah, shout out to all the grandmas and grandpas, but especially those that are all the way out in Tasmania.
Tasmania,
We've
Australia.
gone international, Scott.
Oh, boy.
Yep. We are hitting the big time.
Do they have hockey in Tasmania?
They do not have much hockey in the whole country of Australia.
Oh, they do, though.
Very little, though.
Yeah.
Not much. Very
Even
little.
New Zealand has
Hockey
some.
trying to gain the offensive zone. Quinn was saying they have one rink in the whole state, which states are a little bit bigger in Australia than they are in Minnesota.
Oh, I don't
They're
think
all
they're
in the
calling them
US.
states. I think they're territories, aren't they?
Shot by the Spuds. This one comes up to Malkowski. She seems a little green space. We just take the long way. Throws it off the wall. And now cross ice to George. She gains the offensive zone, chucks it in deep. Jacks can get a quick one here. The Spuds might start to get a little nervous, Scott.
Do we have any idea what the shots are during?
You know, they didn't announce them. Spuds 3-on-1 shot, save Lauer. And this one's going to come all the way out to center. If I had to guess, I'd say about 24 to 15 for the Spuds. Spuds pick it up at the blue line. And no call on the blown tire by the Spuds. Griner tries to throw it up ice. That goes off a Spud. Right out front, Johnson throws it towards the net. Regularberg in there to help. Griner going to go off on a change. This one comes back to Bierke. Shot blocked out front by a Spud. Spuds gain the offensive zone. Pull up, go cross ice. Need to one-time that. That gave Lauer all the time in the world to slide across.
Yeah, I think if
and get the visual on it.
She would have one-timed that. That was wide open there.
So face-off going to come to the right of Lauer. 14:28 to go here in the game in regulation. Puck's down. This is going to be controlled by the Jacks and Connaught. They try to wrap it around. Coe out there now. Coe, Baki, and Berg.
Berg goes down again.
Baki trying to gain the offensive zone. Called tipped in. Here come the Jacks, or the Spuds, through center. Connaught throws it up to the neutral zone.
We've got to get the next goal. That was a check.
Spuds try to throw it on net. It's going to be picked up by Connaught. Connaught getting pestered. Connaught tips it back up to the neutral zone. That was a lot of work for Connaught.
Yeah.
And icing's going to be the call on the Spuds, and we're going to get a face-off to the left of the Spud goalie.
Yeah, these girls can skate. They're pretty fast. I'm sure Coach Kraft takes them through a skating regimen during practices, too.
Face off to the left of the Spud goalie. Controlled by the Spuds. And they chip it up through the neutral zone. Bierke picks it up. She throws it behind George. That one's likely to hit the net. Nope, she watches it go by and says icing on the Jacks.
I don't know. I'm not sure why they would have called that icing. It looked like a couple of the Spuds could have gotten that puck. That's what I'm seeing up here.
Yep. Face off to the right of Lauer. This one comes back, controlled by the Spuds. Shot looking for the back door. Greiner.
Oh, that was
got a handle on it.
High stick.
Greiner, George can get there first. Tries to get a slap shot off. That didn't happen too well. Tasmania, Scott. All the way in Tasmania.
Yeah. We've got 3 girls down low. We shouldn't do that.
Connaught keeps it in the offensive zone. Makes the corner. Connaught. Oh, shot saved by the Spud goalie. Great try by the Jacks.
Good pass by Millie over there to Callie. Callie.
Got the shot off.
She got it off, but it wasn't real hard.
Didn't have a lot on it.
No.
So Connaught losing on D here. Baki, Regularberg, and Johnson. This one controlled by the Jacks. Tried to get it back to Connaught, but that's intercepted by the Spuds. Down low. Saved by Lauer. She was in the right spot. Lossing tried to get it out of the zone. Got redirected on net. Stolen by Berg. Berg feeds Johnson. Johnson getting harassed and hauled down. Power play coming for the Jacks. And we're going to get a power play penalty on the Spuds for a trip. Penalty-filled game here.
Oh,
it's
man.
physical, but they're...
The other one was River City. We had a lot of penalties.
So 2 minutes tripping on the Spuds. Face off coming to the left of the Spud goalie.
The game against Orono was practically penalty-free, wasn't it?
It was. This controlled by the Jacks. Back to Connaught. Connaught over to Berg. Berg shoots. Saved by the goalie. Puck's out front.
Everyone's
Johnson lays a shoulder into a Spud. Connaught driving. Connaught shooting. High off the glass. That one's going to come all the way out to center. In fact, all the way back to the Jack zone here. This is a wrap around the wall here to Berg. Berg looking for a regroup here. Back to Baki. Baki to Connaught. Connaught all the way over to Regularberg. Got Greiner. Berg looking to get it set up. Leaves it for Lossing. Lossing over to Connaught off the wall. She'll spinorama. Connaught tries to drive over to Berg. Berg shoots. Oh, high off the glass. There might have got tipped up and out of play. 1:01 left in the penalty.
They're going for those high corners on there. The only problem with that is if that D's drop down low, they're going to ring out of the zone.
Face off here to the left of the Spud goalie. This is going to be controlled by the Spuds. Wrapping around. Johnson's going to try and be there first. She keeps it in the offensive zone. Now it comes out. Spuds 2-on-1. Nice back check by Berg. And the Spuds controlling here. 42 left in the penalty. And Jacks finally pick it up off the wall. Again, another aggressive penalty kill for the Spuds. Looking to just kill more time here. Playing keep away. And they'll throw it into the zone here. Spuds are going to be the first one there. Back to the D. This will be played by the Spud goalie. 7 seconds left in the penalty into the Spuds. This one's going to be kept in by Lossing.
Spud goalie's also, I believe, from Fargo.
Okay.
Fargo,
Back to
West
George.
Fargo, one of
George
the two.
shoots, intercepted by the Spuds. And they gain the offensive zone. Swangberg rides a girl out. No call. This one played up to Malkowski. She lost the handle. 9:40 to go here. Shot just goes wide right of Lauer. And now back out to center. Back D to D. Cross ice. Spuds throw it in. Controlled by Swanberg. She's going to play it over to Knott. Knott's going to go around the other side. And it's Lossing. Oh, and whiff on the pass. Lossing loses her lumber. Spud, 4-on-1, shot and a goal. Lossing went to pick up her stick, and the Spuds bury one over the top of Lauer to make it 4-1. And that was 4-on-1 there.
Yeah, it was.
And the Spuds take the lead to 4-1 by 3 goals.
There was a lot that was going wrong in that defensive zone.
Yes. We lost our head a bit there. Lossing went for her stick, which coughed up a 4-on-1. It's 4-on-2, even without that happening.
And she's not a forward either. She's a defenseman.
Berg gains the offensive zone here. Bakke behind the net. Picked up by Reiner. Now Swangberg keeps it in the offensive zone.
Bodies
we got
are going
bodies
down
flying everywhere. Nice job by regular Berg on the back check. And that one hits Bakke in the Rumpelstiltskin. Bakke steals. And here come the Spuds through center. Trying to get around Bierke. That doesn't work. And now they go back to the point. Tipped out front. Knott will grab it. Over to Bierke. Bierke. Spud steal down low. And now taken away by Johnson. Comes out to center.
Well, I tell you, we're not handling that puck very well today.
And this one's going to come up to the Spuds at the blue line. Trying to get around Knott. Out front, puck's loose. Lauer got the pads on it. 7:43 in regulation here. That one was blocked by Bakke. Bakke tries to hit Malkowski. Malkowski trying to go wide. She blows a tire. George is off. Berg's back on. Lossing down low is going to give it over to Knott. Knott gets it up to Malkowski. Berg with Greiner. Berg shoots, saved by the Spud goalie. That one's kept in by Lossing, but now the Spuds come away with it. Jacks were changing. Shot, save. Did Cannot get a piece of that or Lauer?
No, Lauer did it. Hit her.
Saved by Lauer.
Hit her paddle.
That's the stick for those of you in Rio Linda. Battle down here low on the wall. Spuds come away with it. They go back to the D. Shot, save Lauer, and she puts it in the mitt. Says, give me a whistle. So the Jacks changing them up here with 6:32 to go. Face off to the right of Lauer. Jacks changing them up here. Hold on. Jacks trying to figure out who's coming off the bench. And that's going to get us kicked out of the dot. Back to the Spuds. They go behind the net. Sent it out front, but Lauer got the paddle on it. Now taken away by Johnson. Johnson makes a quick move. Johnson with some steam, played by the goalie, and she said, give me a whistle, by chucking it up into the netting. Now Wongberg's out. So George, Wongberg, Greiner, Swanberg, and Bierke. And that one's thrown up ice and should be icing. And it is with 6:06 to go. I'll get that switched over for you. Sorry about that. Still George, Wongberg, Greiner, Bierke, and Swanberg. Greiner's going to be the first one to the far corner. He's 1-on-2, the Spuds steal. Kept in by Bierke. Up, now the Spuds push it out through into the neutral zone. Shot, save Lauer. She shoves it high up off the glass. Back behind the net for the Spuds. And Greiner's going to pick it up. She gets rubbed out. She'll go off on a change. Shot blocked by Lossing.
See, those girls have to learn to get off the ice faster when they're done, because that just puts us short-handed for that couple of seconds.
Yep.
5-10 seconds means quite a bit.
Now back, Lossing behind the net. She plows through a couple of orange sweaters. Back to the point. Tipped out front by Cannot. Johnson throws it up ice. She runs over an orange Spud. Lossing's going to wrap it around to Bakke. Bakke's going to pick it up, chip it off the wall to Johnson. 1-on-3. Johnson trying to split the D, and the Spud goalie's going to say, give me a whistle. But the Spuds are going shorthanded again for a hook on Johnson. So looks like number 8 or 2.
Shea Benson, their second leading scorer, but number 1 in penalty minutes. I should have made a prediction that she'd get 2 penalties this game.
Mr. Prognosticator. Berg, Bakke, Greiner, Cannot, and Johnson out there. This one back to Cannot. She's going to throw it down low. And Greiner kind of takes out a Spud. Berg there. Around to Greiner. Around to Bakke. Bakke gets rubbed off the puck. Greiner's going to go in there to help. She's going to run around to Cannot, who couldn't keep it in the zone. Cannot does a quick spinorama. Now moves on to the backhand. Throws it into the corner. Got the high stick on Cannot, but no call. This one's going to be sent back to Connaught. 4 minutes to go in regulation. And Berg whiffed, but now gets it back. Quick spinorama, throws it to Connaught. Connaught trying to get down low, shot. That one went off the face mask of the Spud goalie. Johnson now with it. Johnson on the backhand. Johnson still driving. She throws it to Connaught. Now down to Berg. Back to Connaught. 48 seconds left in the penalty. Connaught off the wall to Johnson. Johnson shoots. That's blocked by a Spud. Right out front. Oh, Griner got the one-timer on it, but just missed. This one's going to come back to Connaught. And that one just gets poked off a Connaught stick. And offsides on the Jacks with 23 to go in the penalty. 3:07 in regulation.
4-1 Spuds. Oh, I hate saying that. Sorry, Spuds fans.
Timeout, Jacks? Nope. We're going to be just outside the Jack zone here.
Yeah, I think now would have been a good time for a timeout. 23 seconds left. They need to rest those horses. They need a little water, a little rest.
Goal a minute here. That's what we're looking for. 23 seconds left on the power play. This one's controlled by the Spuds. They throw it towards the net. Shot goes wide to Lauer. And George with it. 3-on-2. George trying to get in deep. Stolen away by Malkowski. Spuds are full strength. Back to Bierke. Bierke shoots. George tries to get it back to the point. Has to come all the way out to the neutral zone here. 2:30 in regulation. Jack's off on a change. Lossing throws it in deep. Spuds driving around Bierke. And Lauer says, give me a whistle.
Yeah, the girls all look pretty tired right now. They've seen a lot of ice time. This is okay. You know, the way I look at it, Doug, is
we'll beat them next time we see them.
We're going to beat them next time. We're going to see them in the section championship.
They can think you're all that in a box of rice or whatever.
Yeah.
All that in a bag of chips.
Bag of chips.
Everybody
they probably
likes a bag
think
of
there's.
chips.
They probably think there's Lay's potato chips too.
Yeah. Connaught driving into the zone, 1-on-5 shot.
Ooh, that
Sounded
one
like it hit plastic again.
Yeah, that
It's 2 to the head of the goalie. Lossing pinches.
that looked like it could have snuck in, but it didn't.
Johnson. Regularberg trying to keep it in deep. Baki now on it. So some pressure here by the Jacks, trying to get a little mojo going late. And this one's going to come out to Lossing, to Connaught. Connaught makes a quick move, makes another quick move. She's 1-on-5. Shot. That one was blocked by the Spuds. And comes back to center. 1:11 to go.
That's a slash.
Connaught trying again. And she throws it in deep. 1 minute to play here in the third. Jack's running out of time here. Spuds will grab it behind their own net.
Yeah, they don't have to do much.
Just to blow time here.
They just have to kill some time.
45 to go. Cross ice. Trying to get around Connaught, who's played a lot of minutes today. Spuds do a quick spinorama, looking for one more shot. That was nowhere near close. 30 seconds to go. And offsides is the call.
Well, we could just say this one's over and close the book on it, even though there's 26 seconds left. 4-1 Spuds.
Cheerleaders working hard, cheering on the girls. And with 10 seconds to go, this one's looking like a final at 4-1. Jacks make a quick move to try and get out of the zone, but that's going to be a wrap. Spuds just had a little bit too much for us today, Scott.
Yeah, being shorthanded like we are, I'm not real surprised. Lily started out a little rough. That first goal was
communication challenges. It just
early on. Yeah. Well, that kind of, getting a goal scored against you that fast is kind of debilitating. But they hung in there. I mean, we hung in there. It could have been a lot worse, I think.
They could have. They played their hearts out.
Yeah. Yeah, some of the girls saw quite a bit of ice time. I'm sure they're going to sleep really well tonight. Well, nothing like, I don't know. I don't like losing to the Spuds.
I don't think anybody in Bemidji likes losing to the Spuds.
No.
But it just goes to show you, the section championship goes through Moorhead. And we can beat this team.
Oh, I have no doubt we can beat this team. Yep. No doubt. And we'll be ready by sections. We're going to be ready. Yeah, I got to figure out if I'm going to take my dog to the cities. I got to leave early in the morning.
That's going to be a wrap, everybody. 4-1's your final. Spuds over the Jacks for this one, but we're going to meet again. That's our only meeting of the year so far. And we'll hopefully be meeting one more time. And for now, though, it's going to be a wrap as we clean it up. We're going to see you again on Thursday.
Against East Grand Forks
here at home. So we got one this Thursday, and then Saturday we got another one.
St. Cloud.
That one's St. Cloud, and then we go to Brainerd.
And then next Saturday, Cloquet, and that's it.
Cloquet, and that's it. Exactly. So for now, everybody, we're going to wrap it up here. 4-1's your final. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we will see you on Thursday. God bless.